Welcome everybody. This is the main event. It's main event 168, and it's an interview with Eva Norte, who's in London. We are delighted to have you with us today, Eva, and I'm glad we've got a good group of people here. I also invited my son Carl. Carl is an architect in New York City, and he was the
Wow.
site architect for, what was it, Carl? About 8 years at the Davis Center in Central Park. Very beautiful site, and it's won a number of awards. Neat project in his portfolio. So I asked Carl to come because I wanted him to be exposed to everything you're doing with AI. I'm sure that he will find this interesting and may even have some questions for you as we go. But what I always do is I start off with the news, try to talk about things that I've seen this week. I have a number of things in the comments section of today's event. One is style transfer explained by Hamza Khan, and he's going into interior design, showing things that he's doing with HK Labs. Google with Android 13, making a smartphone not just a device that captures reality, but also interprets, edits, and makes it content. So that's an interesting addition to something on their Pixel phone. Ross Simons explains storyboard to video with Luma. We also have Luma workflow capabilities for repeatable consistency. Ferdinand Fermi did an interesting post today, how to shoot lingerie and swimwear with AI without getting blocked. Most people think AI still can't do this.
Yeah.
And then he explains how he did it. I had to do a little response myself to this. So I have a post here called problem with prompting being blocked, question mark. What I did was say, okay, you can go and do everything that Ferdinand has done, which really works and is a good idea. But my thought was, don't tell the program what the person is wearing, tell them what the person is doing. So my prompt was a simple photo of a beautiful woman sunbathing on the beach. And, well, what else is she going to wear by the bathing suit? So you'll see a number of the pictures that I got with that. With that, Chang Ning demonstrates Vibe 3D working as a creative partner. So those are all of the things that I've put in the post. Anybody who wants to read those can go to the comment section of today's event, and those will be there. Eva, once again, I'm very happy that you were able to join us, and as you can see, Eva's in her office, and that's a better background than mine. You got activity going on back there. I just have a fireplace. Um,
Thank you for having me.
Well, this thing is you're doing so many really wonderful and I think innovative things with AI and posting them all over the place. I mean, I follow you here. I follow you on about two other social media sites. I'm sure you see my likes every once in a while, and
Yes.
on different places,
Thank you.
liking the same thing in different places. I think it's really amazing what you have been demonstrating, the capabilities that are there now. I think the only other person that is doing that sort of thing and is doing it consistently also is Jun Chao in Malaysia. But between the two of you, you are really presenting to the global community what's possible for architects using AI platforms. So I would like to turn the floor over to you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we can start looking at some of the things that you've brought us today.
Okay. Well, thank you so much first for your invitation. I'm so honored to be in your program. And I really I saw your interviews with others, creative, AI creative, and I love it. So it's like a really nice way to share and learn between, all together with this big community that I think I love LinkedIn and the community that is there related with AI. So you can learn so much with all of them. They're so generous in their knowledge, and they know some people. I mean, all of them. They have like a, even if we know the general rules and the general knowledge of AI, it's like everybody has like a little niche, you know, they found it in doing things in a special way, because you can do in so many ways. I think I started like really with Mid Journey. That was my start, my first thing that I touched base when I started was Mid Journey, and I was like a ChatGPT 2 years ago. ChatGPT just started, you know, like a very basic chat. And so yeah, so let me share my screen, and I can share. Okay, so Mid Journey, and I was so surprised the moment that I opened for first time. Okay, let me share my screen. So share here. So yeah, so basically it's just I fell in love completely when it's just I open this box, and it's like a really, you can start just really for example here that was yesterday I was just, we have a student in our office, so was sharing some of my things to her, Rosie, and I said, yeah, so it's so amazing. So it's like, for example, you have this chat, and then just to say exclamation mark or whatever, and like just click, and then done. I will just give you like a, so I mean, creative images, like so it's crazy, and I love the creative part of my journey, and how I'm exploring a lot of things. Obviously, all with architecture, but I explore a lot of fashion design. I love fashion, so it's like think like always I'm testing. This was like a kind of like a AI website or kind of products with now related with football. So yeah, so just I'm testing all the time. I'm testing several prompts, products, basically mainly focus on architecture, but just I'm testing everything here. So this is how I started working, and as well when people are sharing in LinkedIn. For example, this is from Michael Rabon. So he shared the SREF, or something that I love as well, from Tatiana. And when she started sharing her SREF, like I fell in love as well. Like others, I thought that's so amazing. So I was just doing that kind of yeah, studies about SREF, and how you can tweak, a little bit, just personalize your mid journey to create some kind of images related with what you want to see or want to. So yeah, so I did a lot of studies about when with Tatiana's she was sharing her journey, so I was just checking all and then testing in my mid journey. And what they did, obviously, I think all of them, all of you have like a personalized things, but this is a really important thing. So I have like a several personalizations, and then every time, everyone is just different. For example, one is a general thing, and then I have for natural things like a more flowers or more organic. Casual, I have parametric design. So every time I want to create a new personalization, so it's just to click here and start selecting images that they're related with what you want to create at the end. So if, for example, it's related with photography, I will start selecting images really, but really kind of I really like the play of lights and shadows in the images. I like a really good definition. And I'm going to go for for a personalization that is with a lot of colors, I select images like this kind of this. So yeah, you have to be really picky when you are just selecting images, because that's the way that the model, like, it can interpret what kind of like what you want as an outcome. So this is what I do. Just and then it's really good if you have several personalizations, not just one, just because it will it will make a richer your all the others personalizations. And so this is how I'm testing. I have a lot of mood boards as well, but now I'm not kind of like, I'm not using too much, but I have a lot. I'm testing with several kind of things. And as well, so what else? I don't use too much the box that you can modify images here, because what I do, I create my images here and then I move to a different tool. So for example, let's say that just I want to create this parametric facade. So what I do is I download this image and then I move to a different tool. Like for example, um, let's say that, okay, I will show you if I click, can you see my screen? So I just switch for Imagine Art. That
Yeah.
was one as well, one of the first that I started using it. And for example, here you can create, so here there are basic workflows, but basically what you do, I insert my images here, and then you can immediately you can create a video, or you can tweak as well a little bit, and just with a prompt you can create a prompt here. It's a very basic note, but you can just write your prompt here, or create and do modifications. And then from here I was just creating, like, from start frame and last frame I create a video. So it's a very short transformation, just going from here to here. This is Zidane, the video. So, and then just you do the same for the others. Yeah, this Zidane is like a really nice, is understanding the 3D composition of the elements. So basically from this image to this, so from this image as a start point and then as an end point here. And it's like, it really understanding. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, so this is how I started creating this kind of like a workflows. And then at the end, I think now you have a note that you can combine all the videos together and you can just add music and all of this. If not, what I do, I just download all these videos and I open CapCut, and I combine all of them together. And this is a really nice tool, that because once you have one workflow, you can just create the pages. You can click here in plus and create several pages, and you can copy and paste, or you can start and you have another workflow here, just bringing all the images all together. And that's really, so this is a really nice tool, and it's like, yeah, so you can create these kind of things. So, and then what else? Oh yeah, so was one of my first as well explorations tools that I was using it. So, and then I started doing with Luma. Luma is is an amazing tool, so smart and creative and intelligent. So in the way that you just you can create an image just by here. But if you go to down here and then say create a mini image, an image by using Uni-1. So now it's a new model. It's 1.1. And yeah, it's a really nice tool, because you have your box here, your chat, where you can chat with your chat and say what you want to create, or you can use as well. So you can, this is one of the latest release that they created this video, Ray 3.2. Basically what you do is, like, when you create all the images that you wanted, so like for example, let's say that we created all of this, and then you select all of them at once, and then you go to down here and you click in, you click in video, and then you will click in Ray 3.2, and it will open these dialogues. Okay. Okay, cool. Yes. So it's working now. So you can see, it creates a timeline here and is adding all your images here. And then you can write here, just can just say, give some movement to these images, or really, or you don't need to really say anything, but it's a very short prompt. And click in create. Obviously, you can just give it the size. You can give the quality, how much quality, and the timing, and then you click in create, and it will create amazing things. Like, this is so cool. I love it. So like, is this one here, for example? So this, okay, that was one test. And okay, let me just check. So here, let's- and then I said transform from one image to another image, and I started to transforming the images. So this one here. And then, yeah. So which was, I guess was the final results, selecting all. And it's really cool because now you have, was just 5 second video. So, and then here you can tell, okay, so it's like a writer prompt here, and it said, I want music. You can select the video, and in your text, in your chat box, you can tell, okay, so create a music, instrumental music for this video, and then it will create, with tempo, and like it's a companion. It's like a really interpreting the video and creating the music. And it's, as well, it's super cool. This is one of the latest models. So it's always testing things around. So this one, I was the one that I did for a park. I wanted to create like from a Google image, and then start working from like it could be like a landscaping um, image that you can generate, and then after that it's the transformation between both elements. So yes, this is how so basically I'm working like from initial frame, final frame, to create these transitions. And then after that, so after that, when you create all of them, you can link all here together, or like this.
Excuse me
It,
for a second, Eva.
yes,
Would you go to the first images that you started in this group of images, and
yeah.
what? Because you've got wonderful consistency through everything here, but I wanted to see what the original first images were in the chain of what you put together.
Yes, the originals, they were basically, I started working from here, from this one. That was my original image, which is I was intending to just show like a natural landscaping environment. And then from this here, you go and just you speak with the chat. You can speak with here with the chat, or you can just go to create an image, and you can use all these models. But yes, I was using this one here, and you describe and you say, based on my image reference, which is this one here, just uh, modify or add landscaping or add colors or whatever you can describe here, and click and create, and it will create these kind of images. So rendering or render this image like with a landscaping designed, and then it does all of this. So you create this transition one by one. This is what I do. And as well, for example, when you have defined, okay, so I like this, so you can see like you have like a playground. I have like a sport tennis courts and all of these. So and then when you have this, you can tell or you can just mark and say, I want to zoom in, close up of these parts or the recreation park or this part here. And then just and it will start generating these kind of images, like a more zoom in the places. And then when you have all of these images all together, and I said, okay, so in one of them, I said, I selected the general image, and I said, put this image in a maquette, in a exhibition room. So, and it did these kind of images here. So that's how we start with this canvas. And then when I have all these images together, what I do, I start adding by pairs, so 1 and 2, so 2 and 3, and like this, and start progressing and making images one by one with 2 frames. I'm gonna start creating the transformation. But yes, so like this, until when you have, and then it's really nice. Luma is amazing. For example, if you don't like any image, you can just reject the image. You have a label here. You can say rejected, pending, or approved. So you can, and then keep working. And then until if I don't like, for example, I didn't like this one here. So I said rejected. So when they gave me the video, because it doesn't kind of like yeah, I don't like this one here. And then you can create again with the same prompt. I didn't change anything, just created. That was much more like what I was expecting.
You can make longer than 5-second videos.
Oh, yes,
You
yes,
just
yes,
choose
yes.
to do that for these various scenes.
Yes, yeah, obviously you can do, you can extend as well. Yes, I think I noticed that, because the purpose of this is just to upload on LinkedIn. So people, I think it's like the maximum length, the attention that you can grab from LinkedIn is a minute, like a maximum, like because people are scrolling down and like just if you do it too long, well, I'm not sure if people still watching the whole video, but I don't know. That's my opinions. Like,
Could
so yes,
you show us the final
yes,
video that you did from this group?
yeah. So I'll show you. If I go to here, you can see it. Is
And
here.
share it full screen.
Okay, so if I share full screen, can you see?
Yeah, don't have the sound open though.
Okay, so let me. Yes.
That's great.
So, yes.
What I think is very interesting about this is you were showing us the process and everything, but then after you put this thing together, then you've added onto the video views of the workflow, which gives people an idea of how you've put it together. It's excellent.
Yes, yes. Yes, I like to share as well a little bit how I'm doing this. Like if it's always it's asking for that. Okay. So this is another. I'll show you this one here. Yeah, that was another. So
Let me
let's
ask you a question on this, which I'm sure a lot of people are wondering about. I mean, you're working obviously. You're in your office, and you're always producing stuff. How long approximately did it take you to make this particular video?
yes, for example, this one, when I have the idea, what I do, I generate a couple of images, see if I can work. Again, I believe this image, one of the images, it was probably one of the last images. Uh, this image I created, this is coming from Midjourney. So that's my starting point. So I started from here and then I start creating because this is kind of like my environment. So like we work with Revit models all the time. So like I was thinking, oh, I would like to see this like a kind of like a this is how I see the models when I'm working in the office. And I said, oh, I would like to see the model in, the image in like a kind of like a Revit model. So that was probably my second image that I generated. And then from that, I put everything on Luma. And like you said, it took me a little more of time. Maybe it was one day, one weekend. In one weekend I did it. So on Saturday, I did all the images that if I go to Luma, you can see here, you can go to boards that I'm creating. So this one is this one here. So you can see the board, and then I created all these images. Took me Saturday, and then Sunday I did all the videos. Once I have all the images that I'm happy with, I started making from the transitions from frame one to final frame. And so here are the videos. So one by one, I started developing the videos. Yeah. And then when I have all together, you can create a final video here, which is 1 minute. That's the final video. And you can ask as well with the chat. You can say, just create the music for this video. You select the video and then say, create the music. The slightly just can brief a little bit, like it's about an airport, it's a walk through, and yeah, whatever you want to, that's your story, and it will create several. So it's creating the whole sequence, put all the videos together and the music as well, and it's generating the last video. So this is the previous one, and then also, or sometimes I download in CapCut, so I can, yeah, and then you can have the music here as well. So and then I put all together in CapCut, but yeah, normally.
Which gives you a little more personal control over it.
Yeah, a little bit, yes.
But
Yeah.
basically, what you're saying is that you start with an image from Midjourney, and then everything
Mm.
else is working in Luma until you
Yes.
decide that, in this case, all the way to Luma, but you could then go into CapCut. And I
Yes.
mean, that's, you know, basically a very simple workflow in terms of from product to product.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So yeah, so it's a very simple workflow. It's not too complicated. And the good thing that you have the agents here, so they're built in, so you can use it for your prompt. Or what I do sometimes is I go to ChatGPT and I ask for the prompt if I don't get what I want from here. But normally, just they always is really really accurate. Really, I like it. And so yeah, so this is how I do things. I'm exploring more tools, but for example, this one here, okay, let me just, if I go to yet another, yeah, another this one here as well. I'll show you this one.
That's
Yes.
wonderful. Uh, if you want to show us one more thing, and then I want to open up the floor for questions and
Yeah,
comments.
okay.
But while you're
So,
doing that, Eric, you had a comment?
It's absolutely breathtaking work. Thank you for sharing it. My question is when you decide to go to CapCut versus doing everything in Luma, and what are the differences, or when would you do that? Or do you sometimes create it in Luma and you don't like the result and then redo it in CapCut, or
in
what?
CapCut, oh yeah, okay. I will show you this video and I will show you something that I did that you can do in CapCut and I cannot make it in, sorry, I cannot make it in Luma. I will show you. Look at this.
That was edited in what?
Yes.
What was
So
it built in? Was that CapCut or on Luma?
yeah, okay. The whole thing, the whole workflow and everything is from Luma. And the thing that I couldn't do it is just when you see that the camera is going, just let me stop it. When you see the camera is going, for example, from this point to go inside and then it goes back again, I cannot do it in Luma. The whole video is been made in Luma, but I couldn't make it the going inside the house fast and come back again fast outside of the house. This is the only thing they can do is in CapCut. Probably they will do it after, but for now it's something that I can this transition that I go inside and in and out fast. This is what I cannot make it in Luma for now. So for example, this one here, so like you do zoom and you do zoom out. I can do this. I can manipulate this in CapCut, but not in Luma. So that's why I remove all, I mean, I downloaded all the videos and then I did it, oops, I did it in, in CapCut, all the other parts. So,
Well,
yes,
I would I would recommend to people to please go to Eva's page on LinkedIn and take a look at all the different things she's done. It's just amazing work that she's done. If you could stop sharing your screen, we can have a little conversation.
yes, okay. So I'll stop sharing.
Eva, I wanted to ask you, I think probably the most important question here, and that is how much of what you're showing us are you actually using in your job? Is your agency using AI to create presentations for clients?
Well, I think there is a shift mindset because they were very skeptical about using AI and all of this from last year. And this year, it's just they open the eyes like this, like I was like, oh, can we do this? Can we do that? Like, yeah, yeah, yes, we can. So now they're just really open-minded. So like, oh, okay, yes, it can. Can we do this? And then the time consuming is, I mean, it's absolutely amazing because, for example, if we have to do like a photo montage or something like in the project that we are working on, it takes me half an hour, like to produce all these images. It's half an hour and then it's done. The work is done. It's like you don't have to deal with all the software that you have, in your computer. Sometimes the computer crash and then all of this. And it's like with AI, that's amazing. Just half an hour, boom. You have a collection of 8, 10 renders, images, 8, 10, 12.
In general, how many, what types of projects does your firm work on? What kind of projects do they get?
The type of the sector?
The type of work. For example, I know Carl in his office, they do an awful lot with universities and different schools. They do a lot with that type of a client. But what's the range of the kind of clients that your firm has?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of clients from all over the world. So it's like not only from here, but a lot of from the US. And so we have a different type of building that we are doing. So yeah, mainly data centers we do. And then, but all the other offices, we do interiors as well, and yeah, all these kind of things. So yeah, so very big buildings and huge buildings, some of them. So we have a lot of heavy, really we are developing a lot of BIM 360 BIM models, Revit models, like with a lot of details. And we are working in all the stages, so rewrite stages. So we are working from zero, which is like it's just they started and doing some lines and talking with the planners, until now we have projects in all the stages. And now we are, for example, I'm working on stages of 4 and 5, which is like construction, rewrite stages. So so we have all the ranges. So it's so basically we are using a lot for visualizations, and so visualizing the building from different point of view, rotating the model, and doing different facades options, or different options in the buildings, but all from the outside.
One of the
And
things that in some of the images that you showed us, you actually get into the engineering aspects of it. Some of the construction, everything,
yeah.
that sort of thing is possible also when you feed it the right kind of information.
Yes, exactly. So, like I said, we use a lot of Revit. And so here, basically, Revit it allows you to build the model in 3D, so you can see and rotate and generate, really just go inside the building and see what is happening. And then as well, a lot of coordinations with M&E and electrical and structure, all the other consultants. So which is like really heavy, stuff. And everything is possible because of the 3D model that we develop.
I'm going to ask people to please make comments or ask questions. Oh, Harriet asked a question over here. Are you getting client work for your employer through LinkedIn?
Well, yes and no. I mean, it's just because uh, the office is very here in London, in the UK. It's very established office from, I mean, over, I don't know, 30 years or more. And then we are kind of like a famous in this sector. So that's why we have a lot of clients as coming to us because of the trajectory. And so yes, but LinkedIn is always showing, like a new clients, the potential of what we can do as well. And yeah, to be honest, it's a lot of we go to a lot of workshops, we go outside all the events that they're related with. We travel, we go, and we see people. So it's a social events, if where we find the clients.
I'm going to read one more question, and I'm going to ask people to, unless Sabina, if you'd like to ask your questions in person, please do so.
Yeah, of course. Hi, Eva.
Hi.
I really admire your work.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. It's totally amazing. So my question is, how do you see architecture in the future in the light of AI? Will it change anything?
Yes, yes, it will, because all the workflows that we are building now, and you can see like how easy you can create, because once you have your workflow, it's done, and you can replace images, or you can replace things, and then this you can run the workflow again, and it will just create with a new image or with a new whatever, and this is accelerating a lot the process. So it will be, yeah, it is involved very little was for visuals right now or videos, but in the future it will be every time more and more. I think the future it will be based on creating notes and workflows all together, and obviously, i- you know, yeah, AI has to learn a lot about construction, because it's really now it's baby steps. It's like a very infancy stages. So it's like it doesn't know the concept of gravity. So this is it's an important thing. That's why we see all these cantilevers, or things like a floating in the earth, and then like because it doesn't understand this concept, which is fundamental.
Yeah, the construction worker would go mad with
Yeah.
that.
Yes, yes.
May I have another question?
Yes,
If
of course.
an architect that doesn't know AI would start with AI, what would be your advice?
Yeah, my advice is like obviously is start learning right now, like how to use, how to prompt, open any AI. We had this week a student, and she came and she was sitting next to us, and she was like doing like a small little jobs, and yeah, uh, so I was showing to her, like, all the things that you can do with AI. And she was like, whoa, like, opening her eyes like a super big. And it's like, wow. It's like, and then, yeah, and it's really, it helps a lot to, in the process to how to visualize the project, the architectural projects. But I think in the future will be more like workflow things, kind of things.
One of the things about working in Luma is, yes, you have been building your own workflows there, but it's also possible to take images and feed them to Luma and say, create a workflow. And it will create a workflow for you. I'm working on a project that has, I started with some initial pictures and a script. And then from that, it started creating more images. I actually came out with 365 images, and we ended up
Wow.
narrowing it down to 106 or 7, I think. Making a half-hour TV show pilot is what I'm doing right now. It's really, I think, wonderful with being able to converse with the program rather than having to do all of it in prompting. The other thing that you mentioned was to, when you have difficulty of getting certain things, to go to ChatGTP, ask it to write a prompt for you on it, that type of thing. And also you can use ChatGTP to give you an idea of flow of how you'd like to put things in a make a more of a storytelling event out of the video.
Yes, yes, totally.
Anybody else? Please comments or questions. Linda had to go, but she said thanks.
I have a question. When do you sleep? I feel like you're posting stuff 24/7, and I mean, you also have a job, and I think you're still at the office, right?
Yes. Yes, yes. Well, one of the things that I must say that because of this, the workflows that I'm building is just after it's replacing one image, and then you can just really get the full workflow already. It's done with the videos and the images and everything, and that's key. So yes, because at the beginning, yeah, it was really time consuming, yeah, creating all of this. But
Harriet,
once you have, yeah,
I was just going to say, Harriet, I got to mention to you that when I was working in New York, if I was there on a Sunday working in the ad agency, there would be other people there working in the ad agency on Sunday as well. But if you go outside and you walk a couple blocks away past an architect's firm that had a lot of windows and they were actually kind of submerged. Sunday, they're all working there too. So those are the two industries that you can count on them being 24/7.
Yeah, totally, totally. But I feel passion for the AI. It's just like I really like, working with AI. So that's why I don't mind to work in the weekends, just to produce material for the week for my post, and then with AI.
Glenn?
Hey, Eva.
Hi.
Such a big fan. I've been following you for years and years.
She's only been doing this for 2, she said.
Yeah,
I
well,
actually thought it
maybe
was a lot
more,
longer.
right? Yeah, maybe longer. So like, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I saw your work earlier. Like when AI was starting it. You were
Yeah,
leading the architecture way. You and June. I mean, I'm
yeah.
sure there are others, but you two seem to be on top of your game. Have you ever considered teaching? I mean, your work is so detailed, and it's clear that the passion you have for AI and this field is so
Yeah.
evident. I think you'd be a fantastic teacher.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
In the 26th hour of the day.
Yes, yeah.
I don't think haven't you heard Big Al? They're making it 26 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised. And it's probably ad agencies that came up with that idea.
Yeah, yes. I don't know. It's just like 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 Albert said, it's really I don't have too much time. But yes, I would like to just teach something, or maybe like I do like some workshops, maybe just because a lot of people they are asking me if I can share the workflows or just teach how I do these things, kind of things. Yeah,
June has been doing that
yeah.
with Tiana Zhu, he's in Singapore. They've actually just come out with a book,
Yes.
50 ways of using
Claude.
Claude, yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's a really, really good job. I didn't, I mean, I saw the post. I didn't buy the book or whatever, but it was like a really nice, like a wow, fantastic. I think I left a note so saying like a really, really nice job. So, yeah. They kind of like they did it. I think it was Tianzu. He did like a video, like
Right.
like an interactive video that you can just go inside the video and click, and then you can see all the chapters in the from the PDF or the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else have comments or questions?
Hi, it's Carl.
Oh, hi.
How are you? I'm Al's son. Can you?
Carl, can I ask a favor? Would you turn your camera on? I want people to see my good-looking son here.
Give me a second here. So I'm in the car at the moment, but
Oh, okay.
hi.
Oh,
How are
hi.
you? Hi.
Good.
So, can you in your work, for your job, do you end up using Revit to directly go into some of the image making tools, or do you export some sort of a still and then use these programs and prompts from there?
Yes. We export as an stills for images,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there we work a lot. Yeah, especially one of the things that we do for planning, when we took the image from Google Image, the plain topography or whatever it is, the site where we are going to put our buildings. And then with AI, we produce the magic, and then just we put all the buildings there together and the roads and everything, and we show like a final, image. Like it looks like a really realistic. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I assume on a project you might take images of certain areas of the model and then use the Luma or other program to kind of splice it all together. And if you did a video, say.
Yes.
Mhm.
We do this. Yeah.
Great.
So we pull
Great.
all the videos together with the sequence, and then or different point of view, different point of camera positions. Yeah.
Great. Nice work, by the way.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Mhm. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jessica?
Yeah, thank you so much, Eva. Beautiful work
Thank
and
you.
presentation. And I also learned from you like how to work with Luma better right now because
Yes.
I didn't get the manual controls as much. So wonderful.
Thank you.
Two things. One is like when you say CapCut does some things that Luma doesn't, like the
Yeah.
reverse. Did you
Yes.
just reverse it and that's
Yes.
what? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought. And then in order to deal with the hallucinations and variations that AI invariably does, you just use like actual images from renders you made and as end frames or start and end frames or something like that.
Yes. I'm using this, and sometimes, like you said, you have to repeat again the sequence or just the video or the last part when it's not matching or something is wrong. I just we repeat this again and again until we get something like it's more accurate.
Eva, do
For
you have
example, not to nitpick, but like the video with the swimming pool where it goes a little bit underwater and goes up and then goes in the house and then turns left and there's another swimming pool and then it goes back and stuff. Is that actually how the house was planned or was that just like a visualization of something
Yeah,
wonderful?
it was a visualization, and kind of like it was a kind of like it didn't match 100%.
Uh-huh.
It was a kind of like I should no, I should
No,
repeat
you
that. So
shouldn't
like
anything. It was wonderful. But, I was just wondering, wow, two pools.
No.
let me make one suggestion on this sort of thing, and that is if you have your floor plan, and now you can take and you can draw in Photoshop on the picture and create a path, and that you can have the camera follow that path.
Ah,
So,
wow.
like right now, what it looked like was you go in that one door, and there's this room. You go in that door, and there's another room. And what you could do is you could come in and work your way around and get to the room that shows that same pool from behind.
Yeah.
But that is something that certainly is worth considering doing that.
Amazing. I'm going to try it. I'm going to test it.
Eva,
Yes, I didn't know that.
do you have your comments panel open on your screen?
Yeah,
Go down to the bottom, or the chat panel.
the chat.
Click on chat at the bottom. I want you to see everybody's comments to you. Down at the very bottom in the center,
Yes. And then
there's a chat.
chat.
Yeah, click on
Yes.
that. Now you'll see what everybody's saying to you.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you so much for all the comments.
Well, this was, just excellent, as I totally expected it to be. I urge everybody, if you haven't been following Eva, please do so. You can pick other social media, you'll find her there.
Yes.
I enjoy being able to, see her in different places. Wonderful presentation.
Yeah,
Does
thank you.
anybody else have any further comments? Because then what I'm going to do is talk about what's coming up. All right, let me tell folks about what's coming up in our coming events. The 26th, last Friday of the month, and that will be main event 169, where we are going to look at everybody's responses to the June Big Al, Big AI Challenge, faraway places. Where would you like to vacation? On July 3rd, our good friend Brian Sykes is going to come on and talk about his 3-year trip that he's doing around the country with his wife, spending a month in each city to determine where, after 3 years of doing this, they're going to settle down. And he's also going to be able to talk about his new book, Creative Control. Now, the rest of July 17th, we have an interview with Jordan Blinkoff. Very interesting guy. His income is from teaching, involved with teaching online in a school in India, and he told me he's got like 1,000 students on a weekend. During the week, he's on LinkedIn and doing all kinds of things and looking at different programs. And then by popular demand, on episode 173 on July 24th, our good friend Israel Aleph is going to come back for part 2. You may recall he was on with us recently, made a wonderful presentation. He got through about half of it. So he's coming back for part 2, which will have more visuals. He was basically talking about his workflow the last time. This time he's going to be able to show the work and what he's been doing since then. So this is going to be a fun thing. And then, of course, the last Friday of July, we'll be looking at the results of people's accepting the July challenge, which, if you want to know what it is, you'll have to come for the last Friday of the month to, that's next week, to find out what people did for the June challenge, but also find out what the July challenge is going to be. Everybody, thank you so much for being here, but Eva, particularly delighted you were able to join us, and I'd love to have you back anytime because
Yes.
your work is just exceptional.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure. Thank you. It's an honor to be here in this space.
Well, you're getting applause right now from people, and I just want you to know we all definitely enjoyed the whole thing. So I am going to stop the recording now.